We are down near the end of the path here. You can see the back end of the Stop and Shop over here. And then the marshland here. This is Jackson Street Marsh. This new sort of pipe underground here is part of a project here to control the beavers in their work. But the reason this path was built is that it started off as a sewer project because the railroad, when they went away, they weren't maintaining this anymore, and it was getting, the ditch lines were getting overgrown and bad things were happening here under heavy rain conditions. It was just flooding out a neighborhood off to the side down here. And so the city put in a sewer, capped it with asphalt on the top, and of course called the bike path. But its main original purpose was to mitigate flooding down here by controlling water coming from Florence. The beavers are here today, and they're causing some problems, and the city creatively prevents damage down here now. The Barrett Street Marsh. This section here was put in maybe 10 years ago. Behind me, where it curves off and goes to the lower road down here, that was actually the end of the oldest municipally built rail trail in New England. Stop and Shop is just over my left shoulder here. The path goes in to Stop and Shop. Back in the early 2000s, when the Stop and Shop wanted to do some expansion and enhancements here, the city asked them to include the path skirting the edge of their parking lot. And so that did take place. There was a group formed here in Northampton called Northampton Bicycle Pedestrian Alliance. We raised money, I was part of that, by writing solicitation letters to people who live along the trail. The first project we fundraised for was to put a pedestrian phase traffic light on King Street near the entrance to Stop and Shop here. That was back in, I'd say, 2004, and then maybe, I'd say, 2008 or so. This path continued straight through the parking lot, actually, of the Acme Auto Body, and then crosses King Street at grade there with another pedestrian phase traffic light, actually, and then connects to the other parts of the path network that have been built out since this original one was done. But this used to be a junction. There was a bridge across Route 5, just a little bit further south actually, that went into Stop and Shop parking lot, and then the branch went up to Williamsburg. And then off to across the tracks, there was another branch that went east across the river. Now that they've upgraded the railroad tracks here for Amtrak, they've put up a big fence here. There's going to be a tunnel built underneath this railroad. Probably within 8 months it'll be finished, and there'll be forever a tunnel to get from where we have biked to the other side of the tracks to continue east across the river. But for now, we're going to go down the path here, and then we're going to go underneath the railroad tracks and then come back up and then cross the river. This part here obviously is not finished. The tunnel will be probably right around here, maybe a little further north. And that's technically called Rail with Trail, and there's about 200 such places now operational around the country. It's been around about 20 years as sort of a known phenomenon. Actually, I helped write the first Rail with Trail study for the Federal Railroad Administration and Federal Highway Administration back in the late 90s. At that time, there was only, I think, 60. Here's the old track. You can see the new track is all welded rail. There are no joints. There's no more clickety-clack of the track.